keeping it real. I know y'all looking at my face like, what happened to him? You know, I'm on the streets, nigga. We riding it out sometimes, nigga. Gotta lump niggas up, you know what I mean? It's murder for life.
Like, that's not my character. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to eat. Besides to punch him in his eye, man. Because the nigga said that.
And I for sure, like, I'm just friends, man.
Yep,
We don't gotta cut no corners when we talking. I was almost 100% sure that me and 50 was gonna die in that. I for sure thought it. I just knew it. I thought it. And we already seen it happen. And I was the biggest rapper on the West, and he was the biggest rapper on the East, literally at that point. And we were both young in our 20s, and I just thought that we wouldn't make it out of that. The thing about it is I didn't give a fuck because I hated that nigga so much for trying to play me. And again, Biggie and Pac died. This shit is real. I'm in it. It's real. I know 50. He ain't playing. He's for real. So I was ready to go all. I was ready to literally go all the way out. I went to this man's house, ripped the basketball rim off, peed in his grass, went to Queens, put up a G-Not banner on the side of a project building. Like, I was serious, man.
What is it with you and Ross that's just been going on for so long?
I spent it to you, right? Nothing else works for him outside of mentioning me. When things get bad, he mentioned me. It gets covered further. Look at it. What kind of rich nigga cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass? You trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh?
Let me ask you
the
this.
AC broken in the motherfucker.
Let me ask you this.
The style, the way I dress, the money I get, and let them know that if you really could, you would put all this shit to the side to do business with me and work with me. It's the truth. I know it is. Because when you see me stand next to Big Meat, your knees buckle. Oh, my ops, friends is my ops. I'm my ops, all that fake talk. But when you see my brother DJ Khaled, you hugged that boy and drooled on his Amiri. You drooled. When you see little bro Flow Rider, you pick that boy up by the waist and lift him up. Woo! And that's your way of saying, Rose, let's put it to the side. I'm really a good guy. And I get it, but it ain't time for that yet. Because when I see your I don't hug them, I don't speak to them. They poor hustlers who in need of facials. Back to the money. Look, I can't really show you all this at the request of Architectural Digest.
Coca, man, you the only one fighting 50 back, man. What's good with that, man?
I don't understand, because the nigga never shot a fair one with nobody in his life. I was standing in the Vibe Awards.
I like to tell the people home, I feel so safe tonight with all this police protection courtesy of G-Unit.
Watched the little nigga punch Dr. Dre in the face, and I watched 50 and all them niggas run, man.
Do you think 50 Cent to Ja Rule you, man? And why
Ja Rule
can't
me? Yeah, he got a little bit too much time on that internet.
It's terrible. I mean, Fat Joe's record is the worst thing ever happened to hip-hop.
Man, he can't stop me. My records is spinning top 10 in America. New York City playing my shit off the hinges. I'm doing whatever I want to do. I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? So
Fat Joe, listen. Fat Joe's a real one.
100%.
Listen. Yeah. I don't even look at Ja Rule shit as serious. I looked at Fat Joe as more serious. Because, you know, them Dominican, Puerto Rican niggas in the Bronx, man.
Joe, when I was beefing with him, he would go, "We everywhere, you never there." And it's because I was already in the arenas. So what would I be doing back in the nightclub?
Yeah.
At that point. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't going there.
But you and Joe are cool now, though, right? Yeah. Man, you see how that works?
You know what's crazy is he's one of the guys that you actually want to be friends with.
Yeah, man. Joe. I love Joe.
He's even my issues with him was he's loyal to a default. Like he just went defense mode and started saying things like attacking me from it because he felt immediately, okay, he's not gonna want that around, or he's not gonna accept that, so he's gonna, and he started attacking him. So I'm like, so you make the choice to do this, you're in this relationship and attack me for it. Okay, how does that work? Like I don't know how that works.
I don't know what I did to make him actually want to see me not feed my children and stuff like that. I never had. I just don't know what 50's his own, you know, person and stuff like that. But I would never wish death or want to not see him be able to feed his family. Yeah, we had our misunderstandings. I don't even call them beefs and stuff like that. But yeah, we had our misunderstandings. But to do some of the things that he's done in an attempt to try to discredit my name, discredit me as a person, to damage my character out here, and you know, put out all this false narratives of different things in regards to certain craziness that I've went through. It's just like, you rich, my man, you still doing your thing. I love your TV show Power. You know what I mean? Why are you doing this to me? You know what I mean? Like, bro, we was once brothers. You know, I've always looked at you as big bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I made mistakes too, but I've never did anything to try to take food out of your mouth or stop you from eating. So it's just like, see how aggressive he is towards me. It makes me feel like, damn, is you trying to gyro me too? You think, like.
Banks was more content staying on his porch and watching the world from there. There's nothing wrong with that, but it underscored a particular aspect of his personality. Banks wanted things to come to him, as opposed to going out and getting them for himself. That's not me trying to assassinate his character. The guy has Lazy Lloyd tattooed on his arm. He literally wears his laziness on his sleeve. He's always projected an unhelpful mixture of being both introverted and cocky at the same time. The kind of person most comfortable being a big fish in a small pond. If Banks was hanging out in the studio with a bunch of unknown MCs, he'd be very confident. He'd enjoy being the center of attention. But if I suddenly showed up, he'd feel like he got demoted. He'd be bitter. He didn't feel like the center of attention anymore. I get it. I can take up a lot of the air in the room. The problem is that he'd never fight to get some of that oxygen back, which is exactly what a star is supposed to do. I believe a true star must possess 4 fundamental abilities: create great material, be a high-energy live performer, have a unique appearance, and possess a strong personality.
Banks.
Banks, he just, I don't even know, he couldn't even tell you, like, at any point when you speak to him what the problem is.
Damn.
I put him, like, where I put Marquise.
Oh, wow.
Like, they just have something internally that's going on with them that gives them some sort of resentment towards me, and I just don't even care about what's going on.
So have a seat. This gonna be a masterpiece. I have to beef. He looked like a gorilla with rabbit teeth. Bugs, monkey, act hard with a crack guard. The Mac Bras, that video ain't Queens. It's your backyard. Curtis was messing with your head bad. You dead mad, but dag security with red flags. You banging files, shooting rocks and signs my way. Fine play, I keep it neutral, but my family's not. Trey,
you want to do?
Trey, I see you.
Yeah.
Jim Jones is on an independent.
Yeah.
Lloyd Banks is on Yellow.
But Lloyd Banks has more money than Jim Jones, and when you want to talk on that level, see, you get ready to turn it into something else. Check this out.
What is you talking about? Then you let Prodigy come over here.
Yeah, I let him do a deal over there because he asked to do the deal over there, and I said, you know what? You can go if you want to do that.
How much Mobb Deep sold this year?
All right, y'all gotta.
Curtis, how much did Mobb Deep sell this year?
You're not gonna be. You can ready to cause a whole different situation. Watch this.
How much?
Let's not make it a different situation.
He thinks that it's good. He thinks that it's good to go in the competition. I'm not gonna stop competing.
How much did the mob sell, Curtis?
Let me tell you something.
The Ninjagram app. Grow your Instagram, automate your Instagram, and grow it faster with Ninjagram. That's www.ninjagram.app. Hiya!
Pop was like, yeah, like, oh, it's like, yo, so yo, when we gonna get the chance to, you know, to kick it, like, we can just hang out. We gotta kick it. It's, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, this just saying. I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this is wait, he just tell me he took me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. So there's a little fruit pie. See these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there sitting out there for no reason. Yo, actually, the pictures would be like kissing it. Like, that doesn't happen by accident.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said.
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 9th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. When you scrambling and scraping. I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
What is he talking about? People say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
I say things that are borderline, like, "Oh my God, you're in trouble."
You got close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, Amika's in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not shit. This is really obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. This is what I'm saying, bro.
When he said the shopping line, in real life, what did you say?
He was like, yo, you hot now. Now we gotta hang out. You take you shopping and I get you some flash. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the wedding.
Was someone's wedding?
It was Chris Lighty's wedding. Nori's there. Nori knows this. And I looked at him like, yo. You heard what he just said, right? Certain things they let it go by because it's Puff. It's like he wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway. Now they can call me Kurt.
Hello. Good morning. You like that shit? Well, the next time you see Puffy, you tell him I said, you don't act like a
So you're French.
Yeah, what is this about, man? You're not fascinated with French. It's not even a song playing that you like. What's the song?
Why are you going after his
No,
music?
why they get very quiet?
I like writings on the wall.
No, why was that silence? That moment of silence, was it for the still sick and suffering? I am appalled at the idea of people think that I would punch that boy in his face.
Oh, we got you now, 50 Cent. French Montana just pulled the plug on 50. Looks like he's kissing somebody. Could it be Eminem? Who knows? But what I know is that French Montana is in no position to be blowing up 50. We know what you did. Happy birthday to you. Bro, 50 Cent just made change. He is now 45 Cent. So that's why you stopped going to those parties. You knew they were recorded. Game over. Seems like there's dirt on everybody. Nobody has a clean slate. TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. This picture is not real. Who even got time to put things like this together? You always say you want your money by Monday. Well, you need to come up with an explanation by Monday. It's not a game out here, guys. I told you this. As for you, French Montana, you went to industry. When I first started listening to you, you was 100% street. But once that guy gets a hold of you, can't even say his name no more. You seen the video. Hip-hop is going down the drain without the pipeline. Now, I don't know if this picture is true, but this is the industry we talking about. Maybe that's how he got the show Power. French Montana's from the Bronx, 50 is from Queens, Kings of Queens. Queens. Bro, it's over. I'm out of here.
I don't know about this. Like, I actually seen 50 Cent one day. He coming out of the hotel. We going back and forth on the internet. This ain't no, like, average little lightweight rappers. 50 ain't no, like, he ain't lightweight when it come to traffic. We holler. We went to the side like men. We had a good conversation. Yo, man, you know, we both come from the streets. You know what this could lead to. You got these type of dudes with you. I got these type of dudes with me, man. I always looked up to you, fam. I don't even know how we got on this foot. She spoke on, like, Rick Ross. Fortunately, this happened to be the person that put me on. If I was on your team, it'd be the same way, you know. You gotta respect it. He said what he had to say. I respected what he said.
Punks, Meek Mills, when I ran into him finally, he said, yo, come here, let me talk to you. I need to talk to you like a man on the side. Put me to the side. And he was talking, and I was looking at him, and I wanted to punch him. The stuff that he said, I wanted to punch him.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't. I just looked at him, and I was like, yo, I don't understand why you felt like that. You see what I'm saying? Because he was like, he's a battle artist. That's where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
So when he says something to Drake and then doesn't respond, and Drake says something back, I'm going, what happened? I was waiting for you to, like, he was coming into your den with that, and then you didn't say nothing back, and he was like, he felt like I was kicking him when he was down.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man. I got a phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
I come home, and then when I was on my vacation, I got the newspaper. I seen that it said that that he started the TMT promotions, and when I came home, I guess he wanted to become 50-50 part, 50-50, in the boxing business. And my thing was just that I was happy and comfortable with what I was already doing. And I guess he wanted to be a part of, what I was doing. And I said, well, we friends, we got a great relationship. We can keep it like that, no hard feelings, no grudge. Then one day and then I guess, I don't know if he got upset. One day I just seen on the internet, they was like, look what 50 said. I'm like, he said 50 said something about you. I'm like, no, that's my family. I'm with this together every day.
Watch 50 and Yeezy's body language. Was 50 low-key trying to bully Yeezy?
It's a monumental day in hip-hop. We gotta know, how are both of y'all feeling right now? It's kind of like that. How you feel about that?
It's a lot of room over there, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now you guys both represent. He was saying, do you feel like all the staff coexist?
Of course. You know what I mean? Everybody's got a different preference. I feel like
Now go back and
Jay-Z a little bit. Yeah. Like you've been saying people gonna come for him a little bit.
No, I thought he would do funky stuff like the Super Bowl. Like it was not okay for me to be at the Super Bowl.
Oh, he tried to cut that.
Yeah, he didn't want me to. Well, they worked to make like there was an issue with me in the NFL that doesn't exist.
So he did the corporate way of trying to keep you down. Oh, it's not me, it's them.
It's them. And then when M says he's not gonna do it if I'm not there, then
let's go.
Yeah.
That's what's your and Jay's issue?
It's just competitive stuff.
It's really just competitive.
We talked about this. We said what we were gonna do.
You talking about you were 50?
Yeah, man. We talked about this shit, man. This shit just come out of nowhere. We were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows and shit while we were around each other, man. You know what I mean? I said, shit, what you think about this? Like, shit, you want to do that shit? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So shit. And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, nigga act like he ain't know what the fuck going on. And to me, that just, so, at that point, then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. Cause now I question your character. Any nigga gonna get kick that kind of shit, then, man, nigga just say you don't wanna do it. All the other extra lame ass shit, man, this shit goofy.
But the world we're in right now is really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true.
Yeah, well, it's hard to tell.
And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes.
That wasn't me, man.
I see the memes.
I'll put that up there, but that wasn't me.
No, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny.
You like that? That shit's funny, right?
But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop.
To do with Puffy.
Not only is Russ upset, now 50 Cent has chimed in. He's upset as well.
What'd she say? I mean...
Okay. So he came to Russell's defense. He slammed Oprah for only going after black men. 50 brought up Oprah's controversial interview with Michael Jackson accusers back in the day. So then he takes to social media. There's a photo of her during that documentary. He takes to social media and had this to say. I don't understand why Oprah is going after black men. No Harvey Weinstein, no Epstein, just Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons. This bleep is sad. These documentaries are publicly convicting their targets. It makes them guilty till proven innocent. Wendy, what are your thoughts?
Read my eyes.
Okay.
That was really entertaining for me. It felt like it was big. I was like, what happened?
Hey, dude, did you double down on make sure she don't get in?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't want to end because I didn't have a reason for her to be there. I didn't understand why she was there. Yeah.
Has she ever tried to reach out to you and say, like, let's squash this, let's go to coffee, or let's figure this out?
No, I've had people say things like that. She's said things behind the scenes that was positive, like she didn't want that problem. And I'm like, okay.
It's been rumored that you and I have a feud.
Right.
Yeah.
Now look, every time she made a mention to hip hop culture, it was something that was wrong with it. And it was something that was on my CD that was the largest debut in hip hop.
I want to know, did you say things about me to be provocative, or did you really just not like me?
No, I would see moments where you would discuss your feelings on the culture.
Yeah.
And
on the rap culture, on rap music.
And everything that was wrong with the culture was what was on my
And
CD.
you're saying that everything that's wrong with our culture is why I'm a success.
Like, then she don't like me. Because I'm looking and there's so many different impressions at different points. And not to say that those things were wrong, but I was saying if I can't be a friend, at least let me be your enemy so I coexist.
Oh.
You know, and the audience
interesting.
Has to talk to her, she was like, I never thought about it like that. She's not where she's at by accident.
For years, I didn't like Oprah Winfrey. She's not the type of person, tough, smart, and powerful, you'd want to have an issue with. But I felt the type of way about the things she said about hip-hop music in the past. It seemed like every time Oprah would go off about how hip-hop was misogynistic and ruining America's youth, she was talking about the same things on my album. What actually bothered me was being kept off her show. I wanted to be on it. Oprah was where A-listers would go to promote their project, sell books, move albums, hype movies. I consider myself an A-lister, so how does that look that I'm not there too? I felt I had to explain my absence to my audience. So, as I tend to do, I kept it real about the situation. I did a few interviews where I said the reason Oprah wouldn't have me on her couch is because she's a reflection of her audience, which is made up of middle-aged white women. That audience finds me scary. I also named one of my dogs after her, which I admit was a little bit much. After I made those comments, I didn't spend a lot of time worrying about how Oprah would take them. She'd already made it clear I wasn't coming on her show, so why would I care about upsetting her?
And everyone saw the beef with 50. It was like everyone, people become fickle and they start swapping sides. So regardless of how fire a record may be, if the fans are not into you at the moment, they're not going to buy into your brand. They're not going to buy into your music. You know what I mean? And it's like a fad. It's crazy, and that karma don't play as we see, you know what I mean? Like it happens to everyone. So I feel like for me personally, I feel like I've always tried my best to put out quality music and music that makes sense for me, like staying in my lane and doing things that, that's an Ashanti record, at the same time as trying other things that's different, a little bit out of the box, but not anything too crazy. And I feel like the same with Ja. I feel like the quality of music that we put out and we put together, I don't think that we didn't stop doing that. I think the people swayed to the other side at that time. You know what I mean? And that's what happened.
Have you and 50 ever run into each other after all that?
Yes, we have a few times. We ran into each other a few times. I'll never forget. We did a show on 106 in Park, and it was, I don't know why BET would schedule us on the same day to perform. So it was Murder Inc. and G Unit, and it was like 30 of us and 30 of them. And we were so busy trying to avoid each other. Like, you know, we had our escorts and security, and they had their escorts and security. And I guess we were both trying to go the back way to avoid each other and ended up in the same spot backstage. And that was one of the most tense moments. I was just like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I have on heels. I don't want to do this. It was really crazy, but surprisingly enough, nothing popped off. It was like we were walking like this down the hall, and it was only one way to go. And we kind of met up and went like that. And I'm just very grateful that it was peaceful and nobody moved, nobody got shot. I ran into him. It was very rare back then that I was without the boys, you know, very rare. And maybe the 1 or 2 times that I wasn't with them, I'll never forget. We were in LA doing a Christian Dior event. It was myself, Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown. They were like here. I was sitting at a table here, and 50 was here. And one of my attorneys was here. We had security, whatever. And he had like tapped my attorney and was like, yo, tell Ashanti it's nothing personal. It's no beef. You know, I respect her. I respect her music. And, you know, this has nothing to do with her. You know what I mean? And he told me, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. You know, we didn't directly have that conversation. He said it to my attorney. My attorney said it to me. Obviously, he didn't know that was my attorney. But it was like, okay, thanks.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. And then the next time I ran into him, we were at the VMAs in Vegas. And I think this was like, 6, 7, somewhere around that, whatever time. Oh, it was the one that, oh gosh, what's Pamela Anderson's guy? Tommy Lee and Kid Rock had the fight. Because I was sitting right behind Kid Rock when he cocked his fist back. He almost hit me with his rhinestones on his jacket. But it was that time, and Nelly made 50 apologize to me in front of the entire audience. And it was funny. And at that time, it was like, okay, cool. You know, no beef, no harm, no foul. We're all good. Nothing, water under the bridge. And that was it.
Wait, so 50 apologized in front of the whole audience. So what did he say exactly?
He said, Ashanti, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ashanti, all right? I'm sorry. And everybody started laughing.
You go first, man. Yo. Oh, man, every time I hear this beat, I just start thinking about Ashanti. You know how I feel about you, baby. Yeah. You ain't got to stay over there with them. You know what I mean, baby? You can always come here. You always have a home here with me, girl. They don't go right over there. Maybe you come over to you. Let me do what I'm supposed to do, right? We're in the booth, right?
You dropped a diss track called Checkmate. A
Hit
lot
the
of your
billboards.
fans,
It hit the billboard.
But that beef with 50 was settled very quickly.
I think Fifth was really a fan, mutual fan, because we was rocking with him, rooting for them, always root for the underdog. His story is one of the greatest stories. He said on one of his best songs back then, all the other hard niggas, they come from Yonkers. So
right.
That set a precedent. We knew that he really meant that. Be at that height of his career and even say that. He didn't have to say that. He really f***ed with us. We knew that. After it all died down, it was ill because he came to D-Block by himself. He came through, sat down, kicked it for a few hours. Me, him, and P. Sheik wasn't there. Sheik didn't come to the studio that day. He actually had a song for me and a song for P to get on whatever album he was working on, and we've been good ever since. It wasn't even that serious. The people kind of blew it up, but I don't think it was as serious as some of his other ones.
Hit me, nigga. Hit me, nigga. Okay.
Ask those guys over there, man. I love them.
However, in 2015, 50 was quick to go on the attack when Joe tweeted a direct quote from one of 50's Power episodes. Joe tweets the following: "Empires are built on power. they petty. And just like that, 50 dives down his throat. What you say, bitch? I thought we was cool. I thought you liked the show. What happened? Joe then responds, number 1, we are cool. Number 2, Power is my favorite show. Number 3, what on earth are you talking about, my guy? 50 then realizes that he made a mistake. My bad, I didn't realize that was a quote from last night's show. We good, Joe. Didn't even watch that shit till the end. Hashtag effing vodka. Joe then speaks some really kind words about 50's career on an episode of Everyday Struggle.
50 Cent had the greatest run that I've ever seen in my entire life, and that will probably remain the same. That answer will never change for me. I'm very aware of all the people that 50 Cent had beef with. He shouldn't have beat any of it. They should have killed him. They tried to kill 50 Cent for years. He should have died. He did not. He then had to deal with real live street beef with being blackballed. Somehow he ended up signing with the biggest rapper in the universe, and before that he was on the greatest mixtape run that I had ever witnessed. I knew because I was trying to fight it and combat it over at Def Jam while they were working out from Interscope. Like, I have never seen a nigga do what 50 was able to do and accomplish, and what he had to endure on his way. You're not gonna beat it.
But just 3 years later, Joe and 50 would butt heads again after Joe's now famous Eminem kamikaze rant.
The tricks that you tried with the pop stars, you can't come out of your cocoon and pull with the rappers. You're no longer in control.
And of course, if anyone says anything about Eminem, 50 is on their helmet, and it was no different for Joe Budden, as 50 took to Instagram to troll Joe with some memes, and he even mentioned that he owed Joe a good ass whooping. But I couldn't believe it. As I was making this video, 50 thanked Joe for his everyday struggle compliments, and I'm just going to chalk that up to the universe is telling me.
I think took a shot.
And that was 50.
That's it. But, 50 was on a warpath at that time.
If I put out joints like AZ.
Nah, I'm enjoying myself. This is a big change in my life. I'm just happy to be present with all of these beautiful people in here. I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress too.
Okay, so first, it was really about celebrating each other's catalog. Me and that nigga talk back there, bro. This shit, I ain't just called a nigga out the blue.
Yeah.
Me and that nigga talk back there.
You talking about you with 50?
Yeah, man. We talk about this shit, man. This shit just come out of nowhere. Nigga, we were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows and shit while we were around each other, man. You know what I mean? I said, shit, what you think about that? He was like, shit, you want to do that shit? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So shit. I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, nigga act like he ain't know what the fuck was going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. Well, how about fuck all of it? Fuck all of it. I don't even want you, man. Cause now I question your character. Any nigga gonna get kick that kind of shit, then, man. Nigga, just say you don't want to do it. All the other extra lame ass shit, man, that shit goofy.
So y'all talked about it, you saying?
You
went out there.
years ago. Years ago we spoke about it.
I think it'd be a great battle, though. I think.
Man, that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit ain't gonna happen, man. I don't want to stand on stage with him. I have no interest in standing on stage with that nigga. I don't respect him.
What you want to do? You from here?
Yeah, I'm from here.
All right, so.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, bro?
Let's go.
Putting your hand around me, talking out your ass like you want to do something. What's up, bro?
Oh, Lord.
What's up, bro?
Nothing.
What? Relax, or what?
Nothing.
Or what?
Nothing.
Or what? Because you just tried me like a hoe.
Hey, this could be a good one.
Get about your business, my nigga. Get about your business, my nigga.
50 Cent has been getting treated like a Make-A-Wish kid for majority of his career by his fans. Like, to the point where the same rules that apply to everybody, they don't apply to him. Now, as great as Get Rich or Die Trying is, nobody should be getting treated. At a grown-ass 40-year-old, damn near 50-year-old, you shouldn't be getting treated like Bronny James does. This man can start. He the only person that can start beef with anybody. If you don't respond to him, he won. If you respond to him and he don't respond back, he don't gotta respond. Yeah, cause he rich. He 50 Cent. He gangster. He don't have to say nothing to nobody because he already won. 50 Cent. This what 50 Cent remind me of right here.
I had a hand just like that before. I didn't win. Because I win. This is bullshit. Alright, take it easy, man. Different times, different cards, he still wins. So what? Relax, kid. There should be same set of rules for everyone, no matter what age. He's gotta learn how to lose, too.
You heard what he said at the end? He gotta learn how to lose, too. He never learned how to lose. He never learned. You see how he act when he lost his bitch to Diddy? This man making documentaries about him. You see what's going on? Like because he was gonna lose that versus. He knows he's gonna lose that versus against T.I. So he gotta do something else. And that's cool. Like some of the stuff be warranted. Like, you know, with him buying Davies and them building, you know, to kick him out. Like that's funny and stuff like that. You know, but he don't be winning all his battles. He wins some, but y'all make it seem like he just this invincible force when y'all really just stack the deck up against anybody that go against him. King is embarrassing that man right now.
Welcome to the channel, man. I thought I will put together, no, it's been a long time since I've been in front of the camera, whatever. I thought I'd put together a collage of people and incidences or everybody that 50 Cent has had beef with. And I'm honestly missing a few people from this list. All right, going back, right? I mean, obviously you have some of them where he's just trolling or whatever. It is, I don't think it's nothing too serious, but he's definitely trolling. Some of it is warranted and it's funny, right? I think Jim Jones in this sense actually deserved that, right? Because of how he snaked Cameron or whatever the case may be. If you know, you know, right? 50 Cent has had more problems with anybody than anybody else. Nobody else that he is going against on here has had problems with other people. He's the only one. So how I was brought up, if you got a problem with everybody, if everybody seems to have the problem with you, you're the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a control thing, it's insecurities or whatever the case may be. This man has beef with, like I said, and I've connected all the videos attached that what I could find. And some people didn't have any responses. They didn't speak on anything much, like Lloyd Banks. And there's a few people, you know, whatever. Some of this you can say is competition, but a lot of it's not. A lot of it was real stuff. Like when that, you know, you obviously can see what's happening with what's happening in the history between him and Ja Rule. So we know what that is, right? The Game, that shit was about to get crazy. That's another one. The Rick Ross thing. I do think if it came to it, it would be something physical. The Fat Joe's, that was crazy. So what we on? We on Fat Joe, Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, Cameron, Nas, Diddy, French Montana, Meek Mill, Floyd Mayweather, Kanye West, Jay-Z, T.I., Common, Will Smith. Who beefs with Will Smith? That's my, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so hard to do a video like this and not make it come off very biased, because I tried to find a balance between the videos. I wanted a response from each person. It's really hard when you have a person that's always just going at everybody else to not make it look that way. And that's the reason I made the video this way, is to show that he literally does not get along with anybody besides Tony Ayo and Uncle Murder now, whatever the case may be. I don't know what his family personal life situation is. We can, you know, kind of assume X, Y, and Z, right? Obviously, the things, you know, how this man grew up and the things that happened to him in his life kind of built or kind of, you know, made the foundation into the person he is today. We can't say that the stuff that he hasn't, you know, the stuff that he hasn't been through doesn't count for anything. You know what I mean? But you also have to grow too. You know what I'm saying? French Montana, Meek Mill, Floyd Mayweather, Kanye West, that was more competitive than it was an actual beef, but he really thought he was going to beat Kanye West. I don't know why you would think that, because The Graduation was like one of the best albums ever, right? Jay-Z, that is, from my perspective, like I said, I grew up around this era when all this was happening. And a lot of that was because a lot of the beef that happened between like people that was on before 50 Cent was they wasn't rocking with him, or they didn't show him the respect that he wanted at that time. If you was a nobody, how can somebody really treat you the same? You know what I mean? Like, whatever, right? The T.I. beef, right? Well, I'm gonna circle back to that. Common, like I said, Will Smith, Wendy Williams, obviously, her platform and the way that she goes about things, it warrants, you know, it could warrant a response from people if they take it real personal, because it's more of a gossipy style channel. So I can understand that. You know what I mean? That's reasonable. His beef that he had with Oprah. Who else? Oprah, Ashanti. She caught a stray just because she's from Murder Inc. Right? She caught a stray. He trolled her about the concert only making 24, only selling 24 tickets, which was cap. Whatever the case may be. He ran into an issue when he beefed with Jadakiss over the New York remix that Ja Rule put him, Fat Joe. That's where the Fat Joe stuff came from. Him, Fat Joe, Ja Rule. It was Fat Joe, Ja Rule, Jadakiss. I thought it wasn't nobody else. Whatever. So obviously, you know, one of the best groups of all time, my favorite group, D Block or LOX, they went at his head over that. You know what I mean? Because you step to one, you got to step to everybody else. So he had beef with them. Joe Budden, AZ, obviously Diddy's son, you know, because he's going to shoot at Diddy's son because that's his son, right? Vivica, Jim Jones, and then Fab. This man has a problem with the world. And one thing, because I had to write everything down, right? One thing that's in common with every single one of these beefs, right? Now, I found a bunch of stuff of white people saying things about him, right? Don't say a word. Or he finds a way to convey it to where it's funny and he lets it go. He never revisits it again. Everybody that's on this list is black. Everybody that's on this list is black. What else is there to say about it? It's literally right. It's right there. All the evidence, the things he stand for, the people he's backing. You know, we calling him the Black Donald right now, or 50 Trump right now, because of the things he's doing and how he's moving. You know what I mean? He has, I think things are only, he considered things of moral value that he consider them as. He don't go by the normal standard set of morals or values. He don't care. You can bring this to him in a beautiful spreadsheet and tell him like, look, you know what I mean? Like, why you only been coming at, he probably don't even notice it, right? Or he probably does and probably don't give a shit. You can tell him that and he gonna just dismiss it because people like him don't listen and they know everything, right? So I don't know, man. I just thought this video, me putting it, you know, putting this together was real interesting because you get to really see how much drama this man is behind, bro. This is a lot of damn. I filled it up from the top line all the way down to the bottom and then over here some. Like, come on, man. Crazy part was, right, when we get to the part where I want to play this real quick.
Me and that nigga talk like this, bro. This shit, I ain't just calling nigga out the blue. Me and that nigga talk like this.
You talking about you were 50?
Yeah, man, we talk like this.
And that's the part I don't understand is we talk about something, and then when I actually go forward with it, whether it be a year, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, we already talked about it, we agreed to it, whatever the case may be. If your circumstances change, we can go about it differently. You then turn around and act as if like I'm pulling smoke out of nowhere with you. Like there's real beef. He's talking about rap, and he flipped up. He changed up on him. T.I. obviously ain't feeling it, right? So then that leads to dang, I thought oh, my bad. Then that leads to him disrespecting that man's wife, regardless of you saying she's an artist or whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, she's an artist. She is a wife and she is a mom now, right? She is not an artist first. The moment you bring a child into this world, you are a parent first. Point blank, you can argue with your mama about the shit, right? So he violated and reposted that man's wife when it had nothing to do with women and children, and they're responding back. 50 getting his ass kicked on the internet. King is wearing his ass out. He wearing him out. He met somebody. So he ran through this whole list of people. And let's be clear here. He didn't win all these battles, right? He didn't win every situation here, but to 50 Cent fans and people that don't really understand this, he won, even though he didn't, right? 50 didn't, he's getting his ass handed to him by this boy right here. And that new T.I. diss record is fire. Go play it right now. But this just gives a synopsis on every single battle or beef or confrontation or back and forth or competition, or I'm tired of I can't even put it into words. It's just whole shit. It's just whole shit. You have this man more relationships and friendships, more or friend relationships, whatever, than you've built. People can default, because this is most people's, intelligent opinion about his situation. Well, he got money. Having money doesn't make you a good person, nor does it make you, I wouldn't say successful, but when it comes to well-roundedness, and I view wealth from the community of people that I can get love from. He doesn't, to me, right? To me, looking at it from the outside, because I'm on the outside like everybody else. To me, he doesn't have that. You can be a $300, $400, $500, $600 million man, and you family poor. You don't got nobody you can call and just vent to. You don't, you can't just call some people that ain't on your payroll. You can't just call people to come and just kick it with you. You know what I mean? The rest of them friends or everybody else that's, around him right now are all people that are getting paid. Yayo is getting paid. 50 takes care of him. That's why Yayo can't get a paragraph off without talking about 50 Cent. His whole existence is based off of 50 Cent providing for him. Call it what you want, right? I argue that shit with him any day. But the T.I. is rich. He may not be as money rich as 50 Cent, but T.I. has good relationships with his kids. You can't knock 50 Cent for his relationship with his mother. That ain't fair. You know what I mean? It ain't fair. I just say that. It ain't fair because that's something he really don't have control over. Okay? That he's not married. Okay, now being married doesn't solidify success in a family dynamic. I'm just saying T.I.'s had a long-standing relationship with his woman, right? T.I.'s done TV shows showing his life. His kids are all successful. Lil King is shit in his own right. He's successful as well. He's a little crash out. He crazy, but so was T.I. back in the day. So, I mean, and at the end of the day, too, if that was me, I don't care who it is. You're not talking about my mama. I don't care if you know what I mean. Like he should have kept that between him and him. That's it. Two men going at it, you know. But you made that young man step in to defend his mama. I salute him for that. Anybody should salute that young man for going to war for his mama, right? And the crazy part is 50 he probably admired that because if he could, we know he would for his. So that young man got a right, and in this instance, 50 out of pocket and he wrong, and he's losing this. There's this. You could have just brought it together to celebrate the catalog like T.I. was mentioning in this video. You go watch the whole video on their channel. Obviously, I don't know if this is going to get copywritten or not, but he just wanted to celebrate the catalog and have a real versus. Y'all could have made some big money off of that. Now, like he said, if you didn't want to do it, you could have just called him and say, yo, I'm producing stuff. I got stuff going on. It ain't going to happen. Or I'm just not into it, bro. Whatever the case may be, right? And you can't say that you're a competitive guy. You like going at other people, but the moment somebody call you out, you get on some sensitive shit and start doing other shit. You can't do that. That's sucker shit. Don't tell me, hey, we gonna do da-da-da-da. You agree to it. Then when I do it, you go do another shit. Like, come on, man. That's whole shit. But you gotta stop giving, like old boy said, 50 Cent, he keep getting the Make-A-Wish kid situation where he for some reason he just always defaulted to the W, and he's not, and he's never held accountable. He's being held accountable right now because he's losing on the rap side of it and he's losing on the social media trolling side of it. I don't care what you say, King is whooping his ass right now. And I'm here for the smoke. Let me know what y'all think, man. Leave your comments below. Like, comment, share. Ayo Bassel TV. See y'all in the next one. Peace.